Then, with a deep breath, he gripped Excalibur by the hilt and began to pull. The past 6 months, she had watched the Tetros do this every night. The Sam skulking onto the balcony, the Sam dismissing of the guards, the Sam diligent warm up before she did battle with his father's sword. In the beginning, there had been swordsmasters, blacksmiths, and ex-kings who coached him as he put, while Lady Grimling looked on with narrowed eyes. Back then, the kingdom had been on the verge of war, with half the people supporting Tetros as king and half calling for his disposal. 6 months later, both sides had settled it onto a stagnant detonant, the trapped sword, a symbol of a king they were stuck with. Now, there were no more coaches or watchful stewards, but still, Tetros tried at the sword again and again. This was the first time Agatha had ever seen him during the day, though, for he had always waited until the sun was down, when no one beyond the castle would be able to spot him. Perhaps he thought the storm was camouflage enough, or perhaps today he didn't care who saw him as he heaved and swayed, ripping at the blade from every angle. Excalibur didn't budge. This too was part of the routine, and Tetros would react to defeat like he had every day these past 6 months, by getting up at dawn and working out even harder, as if it was his strength that was failing him and nothing else. Truth was, Agatha had never seen him so strong, ripped muscles stretching his shirt like he could shot put a ship out of the ocean. He tore at the heat with his new strength, bright blood streaking his palms, dripping down dew, before he threw back his head and let out a single, futile cry. Agatha closed her eyes and exhaled. When she opened them, he was looking right at her. She could hardly make out his face through the lashes of wind, but he was frozen still, gazing at her from beneath his hood. It was a dead, empty look, as if their shared past had been erased, as if this was the first time he had ever seen her. You won't learn the Empress of Pussy's name by mooning into the wind, a voice said. Agatha turned to see Polus and his ship corpse loading over her. He glared down at her Suki album, a mess of runny colors. I know you're not one for ceremony or celebration or nice things, Agatha, but this is your wedding, said Polus. And I thought it was a Librarian's ball, she said. If you are going to treat this as a joke, then maybe I could call Lady Grimling. Want to murder me like you always do. You are a sad little girl, Police retorted. Says the dog puppeting a sheep. Police sighed. I'm not here to torture you, Agatha. I'm here to help you get married. You have to care. I care, Agatha said quietly. You have to care because it's a timeless tradition and because it's the first time your people will see you as a queen. I care, Agatha repeated. You have to care because this is your legacy. I care, Agatha said. Do you? Said Police incredulously. Based on what I see, you don't. Tell me why I should believe you care about your wedding. Agatha looked at him. Because I need to remind Tedros that we were happy once. Sorrow softened the Police's face. Agatha turned back to the wing, hoping her prince was still there. But all she could see were two guards wiping his blood off a sword. Agatha ate dinner in the queen's bathroom where no one could bother her. She still had her wedding history lesson, but Police let her eat before it without alerting her chambermaids, a clear breach in protocol since they had to know where the princess was at all hours. Instead, Agatha had burrowed into the kitchen herself, sending 10 cooks into coronary shock. Princess Agatha, Chief Silkama gasped, her rich brown skin flecked with flour. What's happened? Is everything alright? Can I get spaghetti with cheese for dinner? Said Agatha. Lots of cheese. Tons. Like enough to ruin the dish. Chef Silkama and the cooks gathered down as they finished the platters and cumin-spiced coconut soup, curried chicken in a green chili sauce, potato tikkis with peas and scallions, black lentil salad with salmon crumbs, and a 5-layer cruffy pistachio cake. Spaghetti with cheese? Chef Silkama croaked. To go, please, said Agatha. One of the cooks dropped his spoon. Now, as she sat dangling bare feet into a bathtub of hot water, surrounded by mirrors and peeing gold wallpaper, Agatha twirled creamy white spaghetti from a porcelain bowl into her mouth, savoring the melted mozzarella. Everyone had their comforts in times of stress. Sophie had sea sauce facials, juice fasts, yoga poses, and deep tissue massages. Tedros has dumbbells and climbing ropes and anything to work up a sweat.